The sound of nature. Water running down the creek. The peaceful sound of birds in the trees. The delicate sound of farm animals. Now, based on the sounds you've heard, I guess you have a pretty good idea of where I am. I'm standing in the middle of a zoo. Well, the Dallas Zoo to be exact. Sound gives us a lot of important information about our environment, and people and animals use it to stay safe and to communicate with each other. But how exactly does sound work? Well, since I'm a zoo scientist, I figured I'd take you around the zoo to answer that question. Listen to this sound. Try to guess who our animal guest is today. Nope, it's not a dinosaur. Although sound engineers do use the sound of this animal to create dinosaur sounds in movies. Any guesses? In order to make a sound, a person, an animal, or an object must make the molecules around it vibrate. Humans have vocal cords. The vocal cords sit on top of our trachea. They open and close while air pushes through them. This causes a change in pressure, which makes the air molecules vibrate. Birds do not have vocal cords, but they have an organ called the syrinx that plays a similar role. The change of pressure created by the syrinx causes the air molecules to vibrate and collide with each other. The wave then travels through the ear canal and hits the eardrum or tympanic membrane and makes it vibrate. The chain reaction continues and triggers the three tiniest bones in the human body: the malleus or hammer, the incus or anvil, and the stapes or stirrup. The vibration is then transmitted to the cochlea, which looks like a snail with three heads. The cochlea is filled with liquid, and the vibration creates a wave that moves tiny little hair in the cochlea. These little hair are very important as they transform this mechanical sound wave into an electrical current that will be transmitted to the brain, where it will be analyzed and interpreted. Each sound has its own unique wave pattern, which is going to allow the brain to identify what the sound is. The shape of the sound wave depends on three important factors: the amplitude, which is basically how loud a sound is, the frequency, which is the pitch of the sound, and the phase, which is where in time a wave peaks and allows the brain to differentiate between two similar sounds. A loud sound will make a wave with a higher peak than a quieter sound. This is measured in decibels. Frequency is measured in hertz. A low pitch will produce a longer wave. A high-pitched sound will produce a series of very short waves. The differences in these sound waves are really important for us to be able to tell sounds apart. Penguins have taken this ability to a whole new level. Each penguin has its own unique voice pattern. When parent emperor penguins come back from feeding at sea, they have to find their chick amongst hundreds of thousands of other penguins. Luckily, they have the ability to tune into their chick's unique voice pattern. Basically, that would be like your parents standing at the entrance of a football stadium during the Super Bowl, calling your name, and being able to figure out where you're sitting just by tuning into the sound of your voice. Deafness can be the result of a malfunction in any part of the ear, but is often caused by a problem in the cochlea, where the little hair are not able to transform the mechanical sound wave into an electrical signal. Thanks to modern medicine, an implant can sometimes be inserted into the inner ear of a patient to replace the malfunctioning cochlea. Remember that the tympanic membrane or eardrum is a fragile membrane. Using tools like cotton swabs or listening to loud music for a long period of time can damage it. So skip this and turn this down so you won't miss out on this. See you at the zoo.